My husband David and I have been married for 8 years. We have two beautiful children, a boy and a girl, aged 6 and 4. Like many families, we have faced hard times, but the past year has been the hardest. David lost his job when the company he worked for shut down. I worked as a seamstress, but my income is barely enough to keep food on the table. The bills piled up. We sold our car, sold our wedding ring, and even borrowed money from the neighbors, but it wasn't enough. David began to change. He became quiet and more angered. I knew the weight of his failure was crushing him, but there was nothing I could do to ease his pain. One evening, he came home late. His eyes were bloodshot, his hands trembling. When I asked him where he has been, he brushed me off. A few days later, he came home with good news. I have found a way, he shouted. I said, okay, should I be happy or should I be scared? I asked him how, but he said, trust me, kissing my forehead. I'm doing this for us. One night, David told me he was going out to meet a friend about a business deal. I didn't ask questions because I was too exhausted from the day's work. 2 hours later, I woke up to an empty bed. Something felt wrong. I walked downstairs, hoping he would come home, but the house was so silent. Then I saw a light from the window. I stepped out in the cold night. The closer I got, the louder my heart pounded. Inside there, I saw David. He was covered in blood, his hands shaking as he held the knife. On the ground was a lifeless woman. I recognized her instantly. It was his ex-girlfriend. I couldn't speak. My throat felt tight. My legs were threatened. David, what have you done? He whispered to me and said, you weren't supposed to see this. David dropped the knife and grabbed my hands. Listen to me, he said. I did this for us. I did this for the kids. I pulled away, staring at the woman on the floor. She was beautiful. I couldn't stop but trembling. David said, her husband left her and she was broke. But then, I thought, this could be our chance to everything we wanted. He confessed everything. A friend told him about a ritual, one that requires a human life. It promises wealth beyond our imagination. I couldn't hesitate. I needed to pull us out of poverty. You're a murderer, I whispered. His face crumbed. I did it for you. I did it for the children. I did it for us. David begged me not to tell the police. Think about the children, he said. Think about what they would do. He promised me that this would be the last time. The ritual would work, and if it finally does, we will live our dreamed life. But all I could think about was his ex, Linda. She was someone's daughter. She was someone's sister. She didn't deserve to die. And yet, I couldn't bring myself to pick up my phone and call the police. It's been weeks now, and the money hasn't come. David said it will take time, but I don't believe him. He's restless, paranoid, and jumps at every sound, and I can see the guilt eating him up. I haven't told anyone, not even my closest friend. I've been carrying this secret alone, and it's killing me. I don't know what to do. If I go to the police, David will go to prison. My children will grow up without their father, and they will learn that their dad is a killer. But if I'm silent, I'm not better than him. I see Linda's face every time once I close my eyes. I'm writing to you, hoping someone out there will tell me what to do. I love my husband. I love my children, but I don't know how to live with this secret. Please help me. What would you do? if you were in my situation? Hmm. Well, this is a tough one, like a really tough one. If you're in her situation, what would you do? Advise her. Do you think she should actually go to the police and report her husband? Or do you think, I don't know, man, this is a very serious case. If you're in her situation, what would you actually do? Don't forget, this is my story with Steph. Do well to like, subscribe, share, and of course, send your stories to us. We'll definitely put it on the platform.